Alright, so I'm going to do a video, obviously, and I'm in my comfy chair, and I have a cat behind me, and we're going to talk perks. Are you perky? So, here's the deal with perks. I want to explain to make sure everybody understands this. You get 10 perks for every dollar that is spent in your account, whether you are a customer or you a consultant, you're buying it yourself, okay? So you get 10 perks. From every referral link, you get 6 perks, or 6 points. I guess points is probably easier to understand. So it's whether it's in a party and the hostess is getting 6 off of each individual cart and however much they put in there, or whether you're giving the little link, which is in the upper right hand corner of your, it's on a little green button that says referral link. You get 6 points off of every that. So let's calculate it into dollars. So for every 100, you get, for every 100, okay, because you get 10 perks for every dollar, you get 1,000 perks, $10. For every $100, you get $10. You get 10% if you are buying it yourself for your personal account. If for every $100 spent off of a referral, okay, you get $6, so you get 6%. Does that make sense? So you get 10% off of yourself, or if you're yourself, your own orders, you get 6% off of somebody else ordering off of you. Okay? If they're using the referral link. So if somebody's going on, and they're going onto my website, and they're using my referral code, I'm going to get $6 for every 100. Okay? For if I'm my own hostess, I'm going to get, or I'm placing an order for myself, I'm going to get $10 for every 100. Okay, clear? Now, you get more, it's spread out and you get more. So on an $800 order that I did the other day, don't judge me. I held money from July. Don't judge me. And I had some orders that I had to fulfill and stuff like that. I got over $100 in perks between the 3 carts because I stacked the carts because I had orders that I had fulfilled pre-perks, and some people didn't want to go through and use them. Hard to believe, I know. So, here's the other thing. Perks are not about us. Perks are about the customer. We get a lot of stuff from Posh. We get a lot of stuff from Posh. We get Posh points. We get $39 worth of stuff a day away for like $80. We get random surprises. Well, winner's worth the weekend, really, if you earn that. I give you stuff. My upline gives me stuff sometimes. And a whole bunch of stuff like that. We get a lot of stuff. Most importantly, we get the commission. We get the commission. So it's all about the commission. So when you look at it, you want them to get as much as possible. Now, if something happens to where they don't get the perks, don't panic. Don't panic. We will fix that. We will fix that because that's what we do. Okay? Now, this is how I'm spending it for my hostesses. Remember, if you believe in something and you stand behind it, so will your customer. Your customer feel that. But if you don't really believe in it, then why should they? And they won't. And they'll know that you don't believe in it, and then they won't trust in it. It's all about trust. You have to trust them. You have to trust what you're doing, otherwise they won't trust you. They're like dogs and bees. They'll sense fear in you, okay? So, this drives me nuts. I'm going to take this off because, I don't know, the light's all funky and, stuff like that. Anyway, so, what you need to understand, this is the way that you present it is the way that they are going to come off of it. Every single time, this is how I do it. And not only that, but I firmly believe in this program. I think that this program is going to do amazing things. I'm already seeing amazing things in the virtual office. I'm seeing little itty-bitty orders. And itty-bitty orders, they add up. If those of you that are leaders on this team, if you're looking at your downline reports, look at your volume and where you are this month. If you're not tracking your volume every single day, either in a spreadsheet or on hand, you can even be writing it in a calendar, you need to. That way you can compare months back and forth, back and forth. But I'm already seeing these little itty-bitty orders adding up. This is going to be a big, big month for us. It's going to be a big, big month for you guys. I'm seeing it. You guys are going to get paid amazingly off of your own personal sales and off of your teams. And remember, that's amazing because you're going to get bigger checks, and this is incentive period, which means you're going to move up that incentive ladder. Because where are you guys going? That's right, you're going to St. Thomas and maybe even Nigel Barker. So here's what I tell people. Okay, I want you guys to listen closely to me. We are not a party plan company. We're not. We're not a party plan company. We don't have party plans. Do we do parties? Yes. I don't call them parties. I call them spa nights. We are not a party plan company. What we do is rather than the hostess getting all the rewards, we spread the love out. Because how many of you have felt obligated to buy something at a party? I know I have. So that the hostess gets her perks. And if that hostess never got the $200 to get the rewards, then they wouldn't get the rewards. So it's all pressure of they needed to get to a certain level to get the rewards. Now, you don't even have to have a set amount of money because we're not a party plan company. You can have 2 people order, 2, set it up as an event. One person gets the perks, the referral perks off the other one, setting up a court. Okay, set it up as a party and it's like $100 or less. Okay, so that's what it is. We're not a party plan company. We spread the love out throughout. Don't you agree? Don't you think that's amazing? That's amazing, right? Okay, so when you tell people, whether you're talking about a product, be like, oh my God, isn't the stripper the best name for something ever? Isn't it great? See what I'm doing? What am I doing? I'm moving my head yes. Because when you move your head yes, nobody's going to contradict with a no. It's going to give them whiplash, so they're not going to do it. They're going to go yes. So you need to be an avid head bobbler. Avid head bobber. Okay? So I say to them, isn't that the most amazing thing? That everybody gets points that they can then stock up for exclusive items. Isn't that amazing? Don't you love when you get points from something? Isn't that amazing? And you sit there, it looks weird because I'm sitting in a chair, but you sit there and you start bobbing your head. They're going to bob their heads along right with you. So you need to become an avid head bobber. And you need to, and you look at that open-ended question. Isn't it amazing? It is amazing. Who's going to tell you no? I used to do that when I taught a lot. I would call home and I would, if I had a kid that was acting up, I would say, you know what? If I had a kid that it's all in the word, I would tell a parent, I said, you know what? They are not respecting your family. And I know in no good conscience would you raise your kid to behave that way. And that I know they come from a better family. Wouldn't you agree that they have better manners than that? No parent in their right mind would tell me no. No parent. So it's all in the thing like that. So wouldn't you agree that this is amazing? Wouldn't you agree that this old peaches smells amazing? Isn't that amazing? Or isn't that lip scrub amazing? It makes your lips so soft, right? Right? So you sit there and you bob your heads. So you're going to do this, and you need to get along. And it's just a trick of the trade. If you watch Good Salesmen in a store, they'll do that. Don't you think that watch is great? Don't you think that? Isn't that amazing? Oh yeah, I think that's great. Okay, so you need to go through and you need to look at that. And one of the most important things is you need, like I said, this is an amazing thing. I think it's great. There was over $100 in perks in 3 carts. $100 spread out between 3 people. Okay, so you need this. This is great. I love this idea. And if you guys have any problems, who do you talk to? You talk to me. You talk to your upline, your closest premier. So if you're under Proud to Posh or you're under a different premier, if there's another premier's team watching this, you go to your premier and you channel it up the line. Because let me tell you, there is nothing like a few. It would be really, really boring if we didn't have a few speed bumps. Who wants boring? We don't want boring, right? We want exciting. We want to do things. We want to look back and say, "Oh my gosh, that wasn't even a big speed bump. That was a itty bitty speed bump, and we cruised past that bad boy. Even launched us into the air." Okay, so make sure you guys are focusing on all that. And if you have any questions about the perks, we'll continue going. But I think as we go along, everybody's starting to understand it a little bit more. And we're getting it, and it's going to be easier to understand. I do have a party tomorrow. I'm going to see what I can do about kind of videotaping. I'm going to try to do everything mobile. We'll see how that goes. I have the spa menu set up for them to select from, and we are going to rock and roll that party tomorrow. But once again, I don't call parties. I call them spa nights because nobody wants to go to a party anymore, but they will go to a spa night. Okay? So if you have any questions, just let me know. I hope this helped. I don't know. I just rambled a little bit. It's like almost 11 o'clock after our fun Friday. Did that make sense? You let me know in the thread below. Bye, guys.